After a disappointing start to the homestand, the Twins say good riddance to the Rays and hello to the Cleveland Indians. Tonight is the first of 3 games against the Tribe and 13 straight against teams in the AL Central, which is a cluster of competition. Detroit leading the pack, but just 5.5 games separate the other 4 teams. So a big opportunity these next 2 weeks for the Twins to try to make up some ground in the Central Division. Welcome inside Target Field on a hot and humid night. I'm Jamie Hirsch. The Twins need to forget about their weekend series against the Rays, and quickly. Tonight, the challenge will be stopping a 3-game skid, and here it's time to set the stage for the series between the Indians and the Twins. The bullpen has really been a bright spot lately. The relievers only allowed 1 earned run in 3 games against the Rays with an ERA of 1.86 in the month of July. But the pitching staff needs a little help from their friends, particularly the guys in the middle of the batting order. Right now, the 3 through 6 batters hitting just .228 and need to pick up the pace. That's because the Indians have had plenty of power on their end. 22 home runs already in the month of July to lead the majors. All-star Michael Brantley leads the Tribe with 15 homers this year. And the Indians are making their first trip to Target Field this season, but they've made themselves right at home here, winning their last 6 in a row, including a 4-game sweep in late September to clinch a spot in the postseason. That is still a fond memory for Terry Francona's club, and one the Twins are hoping to erase with a victory tonight. That'll depend in large part on Chris Johnson. The Twins hoping to have some luck with a lefty on the mound, and Dick and Bert will preview the matchup after this.
All on Fox Sports North is presented by Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs at Menards. And by the all-new Chrysler 200, America's import.
The Twins have picked themselves up after their pratfall against Tampa Bay. They're ready to take on the Cleveland Indians. It's the start of a 3-game series with the Indians. And you can see within the division, the Twins have more than held their own. In fact, they've got the best winning percentage among the 5 teams. And we welcome you to Target Field. Man, is it a steamer here tonight. Hot and muggy, good baseball weather. Dick and Bert with you for the opening game with the Cleveland Indians. And the Twins are going to take on a Cleveland team that in the past has been a little susceptible to left-hand starting pitching. And as luck would have it, the Twins have a lefty going tonight.
Well, it'll be Chris Johnson on the mound, a left-hander. But against the Cleveland Indians, where the Twins have had some trouble, what has happened in the Central Division, the Twins have 65 games left, 45 in the Central Division. And you can see where they are as who they play. So this 3-game series against Cleveland, very, very important, and you need good quality pitching. And tonight it will be a lefty where the Indians have struggled against left-handed starters. It'll be Chris Johnson, making just his 3rd start this season for the Twins. They would like for him to establish the fastball early, mix in that good curveball, and hopefully go deep into the ball game.
And the Twins will send on Chris Johnson to the mound, taking on a Cleveland lineup that has struggled against left-handed pitching, I should say. And the Indians, however, as of late have done very well, and that's one of the reasons why they are climbing up in the standings in the American League Central.
Well, you know what? They won 3 of 4 in Detroit, and they are 5.5 games now behind the Tigers. Terry Francona, who had a great second half last year for his ball club, won 92 ball games. They feel they can make another run if they play consistent baseball. They've got some power in their lineup. Hopefully we won't see any of that tonight.
When we last saw the Indians here in Minnesota, they were clinching a playoff spot. They think they're poised to win another one this year. Twins would like to re-emerge as a contending team, but they need to start winning home games starting tonight against the Indians.
Trade deadline, the Twins are trying to determine where they stand in the baseball trade market. There have been signs that they can compete in the AL Central, but there has also been plenty of proof that they are several pieces away from contending. Over the next 9 games, Minnesota will get a good gauge of where it stands in the Central when it begins 13 straight games against the division tonight. And the Twins have played the fewest divisional games of any team in Major League Baseball. The Twins have played just 31 games against American League Central teams. There are teams out there like Pittsburgh that have played 52 games within their division. So that's how sparse competition within the division's been for the Twins. Terry Francona hoping that in his second year the Indians can have the type of second half that they had last year when they pretty much ran the table in September and got a playoff spot. The Menards batting order for the Indians. Jason Kipnis leading off as Drupal Cabrera, Yan Gomes hitting very well in the month of July. Carlos Santana, Ryan Rayburn, Nick Swisher, Roberto Perez, Lonnie Chisenhall, and Mike Aviles.
And on the mound, it'll be left-handed pitcher Chris Johnson making just his third start. His first career start, of course, against the Indians, and his first career start against an American League team. He came over from the Pittsburgh Pirates, had one start, 4 relief appearances there, and then his 2 outings this year against the Dodgers and the Rockies.
Northland Ford defense for the Twins. Josh Willingham in left. Fleet-footed Danny Santana in center. And Chris Parmalee in right. Trevor Plouffe, Eduardo Escobar, Brian Dozier, Kendrys Morales, the infielders. Kurt Suzuki back behind the plate. Might find out tonight, Bert, whether the Twins really stubbed their toe against the Tampa Bay Rays or they simply were playing against a really good team, playing good baseball.
Yeah, Tampa was hot. They played very well, but you know what? They pitched well, and it's important for Ron Gardenhire's starting staff to pitch well here against the Cleveland Indians in this 3-game series.
Kipnis, Cabrera, and Gomes facing Johnson. And a first pitch strike. Kipnis among several Cleveland players struggling against left-handers. Way out in front.
Big breaking ball there by Johnson. He'll throw that fastball in the low 90s, that big curveball. Also throws a little cutter he'll throw in on right-handers and a changeup.
2 strikes. And Suzuki blocks most of that, 1-2. Against left-handed starters, the Indians are 4 games below 500. Against right-handed starters, they're 6 games above.
Yeah, they're hitting .245 as a ball club against left-handers and .261 against right-handers.
And Kipnis chases, and Johnson starts the night with a strikeout.
Yeah, good high fastball right there, and Johnson picking up a strikeout, his 9th in 8 2/3 innings pitched.
Indians won the first 3 games against the Tigers over the weekend. And then left-hander Drew Smyly pretty much shut them down yesterday at Comerica Park. And Johnson, coincidentally or not, the only left-handed starter the Twins have had this year. This is just his 3rd start. He's the first guy out of the chute in this Cleveland series.
It's important for Johnson to get strike 1. Why? Because the Indians have not faced him before.
Poke foul.
So it's very important to get ahead in the count and then work in your other pitches, but trust your fastball early on. That ball right there had a little tail on it, and the Cabrera fouled it off. We have seen that over the years, Dick, when a guy that comes up making his major league debut or his first start against a ball club attack the strike zone.
Swing and a miss. So far, so good. 6 pitches, 5 strikes.
Johnson, 29 years old, originally Boston Red Sox #1 pick back in 2006. And he's gone through the ups and downs of failure at the minor league level. Was released by Boston, played independent baseball, then signed by the Pirates, and then traded over to the Twins.
Eventually traded over to the Twins as part of the Justin Morneau trade. The Twins got Alex Presley and a player to be named later, and that player originally was a guy by the name of Duke Welker, hard-throwing right-handed reliever. And then the Twins looked at their system and saw very few left-handed starting pitchers just off the plate. And so eventually they traded Welker back to the Pirates and ended up with Johnson instead. So he is the remnant in the Twins organization, with Presley having been claimed on waivers by Houston. He's the remnant the Twins have in the Morneau trade inside, and it's 2-2.
I think he's got a lot of the same mound presence that Scott Diamond has. You know, of course, Scott Diamond in his first year won 12 games for the Twins. His delivery almost the same. Very good control.
Breaking ball, another strikeout. And the night starts wonderfully for Johnson with a pair of strikeouts, 2 down.
Yeah, Johnson down in AAA. He pitched well. Little cutter right here. Little spinner, didn't move much, but Cabrera swung through it for second straight strikeout. Johnson was 8-4 down in AAA Rochester, where he had a 2.75 ERA.
Here's Yan Gomes. Gomes has feasted on left-handed pitching. His numbers really stand out in this Cleveland lineup. Outside, ball one.
Gomes in his second season with the Indians, coming over from the Blue Jay organization, Toronto Blue Jay organization.
On the outside corner. Lifted a foul over the Twins dugout, 1 and 2. The two Johnson starts, one against the Dodgers, one against the Rockies. Unable to complete 5 innings in either.
Yeah, that one against the Dodgers, that was game 2 of that doubleheader that the Twins played here because of that rainout. And he just threw a lot of pitches in 4 1/3 innings, 106 pitches. He did not allow a run.
But he walked 6.
Yeah.
That's a lot of walks in 4 1/3 innings.
He walked around the ones that he thought would hit him.
And then in his next start, gave up 8 hits, but no walks.
Yeah, a couple 2-run home runs. That hurt him. That was in Colorado back on the 11th of September.
The only game the Rockies won in that series. Trying to finish off a really nice, crisp first inning.
Fastball in. Suzuki sitting inside.
Fouled back.
Both these starters here tonight, basically rookies, trying to get their feet on the big mound and feel comfortable. T.J. House making he'll leave his 9th start of the year. Both of them have pitched a lot in the minor leagues.
Came inside and got strike 3. Well, how's that for a first inning? He struck out the side. The winter we had up here, no complaints about the hot summer weather. Gardenhire's ready to go. With his hands on somebody's bat, wishing them good luck. The Menards batting order for the Twins. Danny Santana will lead things off. Then Brian Dozier, Trevor Plouffe, Kendrys Morales, Josh Willingham, Kurt Suzuki, Chris Colabello, Chris Parmalee, and Eduardo Escobar.
And let's take a look at T.J. House. Glenn Anthony House, his dad nicknamed him TJ because he called him Tiger when he was little, and name TJ stuck with him. But making his 9th major league start, his 3rd stint with the Indians this year.
And Santana takes strike one. Santana hoping to have a better day at the plate. Pretty much shut him down yesterday. Retooled some things in his swing with Tom Bernansky. And he lifts one foul into the right field corner. 2 strikes.
I think what we saw was Santana swinging and missing. They want him to put the ball in play and utilize his speed. He can beat out an infield base hit.
Struck out 4 times Saturday, but it was against David Price.
That's okay.
Right away in an 0-2 count. Taken low, 1-2.
Yeah, House is kind of a slinger a little bit. He'll kind of throw 3/4, kind of a sling pitch. Not overpowering. He has to hit his spots, a slider. Pretty good changeup.
Put it in play, but a bouncer right up the line.
Not going to beat that one out.
1 down, and that'll bring up Brian Dozier.
Let's take a look at the Mall of America scouting report on T.J. House. Signed by the Indians back in 2008. Fastball, like I said, not overpowering, slider, changeup. And he was voted the best changeup in the Indians organization.
These days, that's kind of like being named Miss Congeniality, though, isn't it? I mean, scouts, they're interested in velocity now, right?
Well, if you learn how to pitch, you need a good changeup.
Right.
I think the Twins have shown that over the years with Viola and Ratke and Santana.
Right.
Guys that have won Cy Young awards that should have. Jim Perry, I know when he won the Cy Young 1970, I learned a lot from just watching him, just change speeds. Hit his spots.
Rolled wide of the bag, 1-2.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying, Dick. You go to a high school game or a college game, all the scouts, they pull out the gun.
Right.
Well, that's good, but are you pitching or are you just throwing?
Right.
And I think that's what House and really Johnson have learned. House, 141 minor league starts, so a lot of experience in the minor leagues. Now he's trying to have that success here.
Dozier to left, retreating and making the catch is Ryan Rayburn. Went back one way, pivoted, kind of went back the other way. Northland 4 defense for the Indians, and boys, it's been a piece of work this year. In left field, they have Ryan Rayburn. Mike Aviles, the utility player, normally plays the infield. He's in center. And Nick Swisher making his first start in right field tonight. Chisenhall, Cabrera, Kipnis, Santana, they say he's actually done a decent job at first. Perez behind the plate. Had a lot of issues with Swisher at first base. He committed 9 errors and probably should have been charged with a few more. So they had to move him off of first, move Santana over to first. That helped to make a little more room for Lonnie Chisenhall, who's been a pleasant surprise.
Yes, he has.
1-0 to Trevor Plouffe. Dumped foul down the right field line. 1-1. Indians have played 41 games within the American League Central, 10 more than the Twins.
Yeah, the Indians have made 77 errors on the year. That's the most in the American League. Twins have made 47.
Indians, like the Twins, have had injuries to the starting rotation. Justin Masterson on a rehab assignment. Outside, now it's 3-1 to Plouffe with Morales on deck. They found some magic last year in Cleveland. Got hit to center and hit pretty well, but Aviles goes back and he makes a reaching running catch at the end. A couple of well hit balls, both of them misjudged by the Cleveland outfielders, but both plays were made, and it's a 1-2-3 first inning.
The top of the second here at Target Field. It was another step in the right direction for Joe Mauer as he continues to work his way back from a strained oblique. In our Sanford Health injury report earlier today, Joe was back on the field taking some ground balls at first, and he was able to do so without any pain. He told me he is feeling better and better every day, but there is still no concrete timetable for his return other than he is going to start taking some swings tomorrow. Nobody is more frustrated with all this than Joe himself, who says you never want to have to miss time, but especially when you start producing at the plate. And guys, he was really swinging the bat well. Hard to see him go down when he was on a 12-game hitting streak. So hope to have another update on how those swings are going tomorrow.
Well, thank you, Jamie. Carlos Santana leading off the Cleveland second.